Hey YouTube, it's Marita and welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. Happy Nurses Week. And as we continue this week of videos, we're gonna jump into this video really quick, okay? This is the eve of the March. So this will be a controversial video. I already know that, but you know I'm here for it. But like I said, this is the eve of the March. So if you're seeing this on today, May 11th, 2022, of course, this is the day before the National Nurses March is supposed to take place, and people are now traveling in droves to get to DC to go to this march. So the point of this video is really for an update. As you know, I will not be participating in the march. I do not buy into it. I do not believe in it because why? We are not unified and we never have been. And I'm almost convinced after the latest in the nursing world that we will not be. So with that being said, we're going to just talk about, again, what are the latest updates when it comes to the march. And just so you know, there are I think 3 marches going on now. 3 marches signifies that we are not united. So with that being said, yes, we all, supposedly want to make change for nursing, but do we really want to make change for nursing, or do you all want to do what's on your agenda and your agenda only? Yes, I said it. If you do not want to be in totality with everything that we have going on in nursing, including the race issues in nursing, then you are not united. You don't care about the nurses who really help be the backbone of your profession, okay? And so your minority nurses have paved a way for themselves, unfortunately, to be where they are, and you're telling me you want us to stand with you when you're totally against us? Okay, we see you. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what is the latest of this march. So as you know, the original founder, creator of the march, it was first named the Million Nurses March, and then it changed several times. Now it's called the National Nurses March. And it's now being read by Veronica and 2 other minority nurses who are now trying to pave the way for the original march. As a result of that, 2 more marches have now spurred off of the original march. And they're meeting at different locations or around the same location in the DC area for the march to take place. And excuse me, if you're for the National March, that's great. I'm not taking away from any of it. However, I think the principles of what the march was supposed to stand for, it does not. And for the fact that tomorrow is Florence Nightingale's birthday, and we all still celebrate her, or you all still, I say you all, still celebrate her, is still an issue to me. You all think that she really paved the way for modern day nursing when she actually stole her ideas from Mary C. Cole and things like that, and other people, other pioneers or true pioneers of nursing. So, and of course, we talked about Margaret Sanger has nothing to do with this march. Margaret Sanger is also considered to be a pioneer of nursing, even though she is the one who founded Planned Parenthood. And as you know, she planned to put Planned Parenthood in the areas in which it would decrease minorities, specifically blacks, from having children. That was her narrative. So if this is what you all stand for, then go right ahead and have your march. Of course, it's going to continue. I'm not going to stop anything, and I'm not trying to stop anything. I think that, once you all realize that what you all are marching for is no longer an issue anymore. The whole reason why this came to place was because of the capping of travel nurses' pay. Well, guess what? You don't have to worry about travel nurse cap pay because travel nurses are not making the money that they used to make. COVID is now on the endemic, the downtrend, shall I say. So therefore, that money that people were making, people are not doing that anymore, okay? So you don't have to worry about as to why this whole initiative came to play to begin with, because it's no longer really an issue. Travel nurses are not making the money that they used to make, and we're seeing that time and time again. Now, with that being said, COVID, I think, will always be around. That is what it is. However, with that being said, hospitals are trying to get rid of some travel nurses now. So where are y'all working at now? What's the plan now? Let me know in the comments. What's the plan for you all, since people are beginning to not, do the high-paying travel nurse assignments? What are you all going to go to now? So again, that was a focus of that initiative, that march. But does that even matter anymore? Comment that in the comments. I don't know. I'm not a travel nurse. I don't know. So comment in the comments. Also, when it comes to, we talk about racism and unity, we're still clearly divided on that. So that's not it. So what about the whole initiative of the safe staffing ratios? Do you all see that to come to a change as a result of this march that they're having tomorrow? Comment that below in the comments. Again, let's have creative dialogue in the comments about what's really going on, and do you all still see a change to happen, a true change to happen, not 15 minutes of fame. Of course, they're going to be publicized tomorrow when they are marching and things of that nature, but will it really create the change that we need to drive the nursing profession to where it needs to go? That is my question. I feel like, to be honest with you, a march is not where it's at. It's going to be hitting them in the pockets. No one responds to anything but money around here. When you hit people in their pockets, that's when you make true change. I'm glad that, they are collectively coming together, but again, they're not united. And that's kind of sad, actually. That's very sad. So I have some videos that I want to show you from Nurse Erica, who is on TikTok and Instagram, regarding this very same subject matter, and some other creators who have their few words to say regarding this very topic of how they had hoped they would come together, and it has not come to the way that they like it to come together. I am not backing this movement. For anybody who wants to go and join, go ahead, enjoy yourself, do whatever you need to do. I'm not telling anyone not to. It's just not the move that you want to make when you don't really include everybody. And because of the fact that it had to be 3 different marches, or 2 marches and some people sitting in a stadium for various reasons, whether it be disabilities, they can't walk long distances, or just need a place to rest. It's not giving what it was supposed to give. It doesn't stand united in terms of a united front. We have nurses coming from out the country to come in and work for us. So, what is your position on that? Also, strike nursing is a big thing, a big topic now. I don't have my opinion one way or the other on that. What are your opinions and thoughts on strike nursing? Let's talk about that in the comments as well. I really want to hear what your thoughts are regarding strike nursing. This march is coming up tomorrow. Travel nursing. What is going on in the world of nursing, clinical side as we know it? Is it really giving what it's supposed to give? So at this point in time, I'm going to play a few just snippets of people's videos that they want to chime in and give their opinions of what is the latest of this march and what it has come to be. And of course, as usual, comment your comments in the comment section and let's have a dialogue. I'm going to let you listen to the Nurse Erica.
Try as I might to avoid answering this question for weeks or months now. The time has come and I have to answer it. I've ignored this every single day, thousands of messages and DMs demanding to know if I'm going to be there. I didn't want to detract from other things that are taking place. And I was hoping beyond hope that people would get their shit together and figure it out. I've met with both marches. It's enough to write a book, and way more than I can squeeze in a video. It's embarrassing the way this is played out. I wanted so desperately for the original march to work out. Such an amazing, amazing opportunity. I can't sit back anymore. And did you know there's a third march now? Yeah, a third one. Same day. Yeah, 3 separate marches coinciding, all separate. Yeah. If you don't think for one second that all of the lobbyists and legislators and healthcare administrators out there aren't sitting back watching this play out, laughing their asses off at nurses, then I don't know what to tell you. This is embarrassing. And they love every second of it because we're fighting each other and not them and the issues that we should be fighting. This has gone so far beyond a racial equality issue. And please do not misconstrue this. I was in full support of including that. That needs to absolutely be addressed. And I was so hoping that it was going to work out appropriately. But this is just a disorganized clusterfuck. And I cannot, in good conscience, publicly endorse something that is misleading nurses. Like, I always think of, okay, the single mom, in the Midwest that's going to spend her hard-earned money to travel and take time off work to come to this, when they're being misled. All of the locations that this one march keeps picking don't hold more than 5,000 people. And DC takes this shit seriously and they will shut it down. And now it's in a stadium? I'm sorry, a stadium? Is that really what you picture when you think of marching in DC? Sitting in a stadium? Because I don't. You don't have to be in a stadium. There is another option at the Washington Monument. There is another march that has their shit together, that has all the funding and everything in place, and has from the beginning. Do you know how many times there was mediation? There has been several attempts at mediation between the two main marches, like with big name mediators trying so hard to get them to come to the table and work together. And one march has consistently said, like, yeah, let's do it. Let's join forces. And the other one can't let go of their egos to do what's best for the nursing profession. It's embarrassing. Like, it's not about your ego. It's not about your t-shirts. Like, for the love of God. I will say that APRN Beauty, she had it right for the most part when she was telling everyone. People sent me her videos. She doesn't like me. She hates me. Whatever. But I want to at least give her credit because she was on the right track. She had a lot of it right when she was telling everyone. She saw the manipulation. There's a lot of sabotage that has been going on behind the scenes and a lot of manipulation. And so I appreciate that she at least kind of warned people about that, you know? I mean, are we really even thinking clearly? Like, now we have nurses marching 3.5 miles one way. Do you know how many nurses can't even physically march? 3.5 miles, like, I can't, I'm just not down with the misleading people that are taking time off work and spending their hard-earned money to do this. And I just want people to know that there's another option that had a really problematic person heading it up. And I was the very first person to call it, like 3 days after I found out about the march, saying, ooh, steer clear of that. And I'm not going to go into details, but I will say that they have taken care of that. Okay? I just want people to know that they have options, that there is a march that's actually like in DC right there at the Washington Monument that has all their shit together, that has Z-Dog and like all these speakers and endorsements and all the things that you are supposed to have in place and have all along and have agreed repeatedly to join forces. But the other march is too worried about their ego and t-shirts and misleading people. And just know you have options. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be in DC. I might fucking spend the day at the Smithsonian at this point. I don't fucking know. But I plan on being there somewhere.
All right, so what are your thoughts on those videos that I just played for you? Tell me what your thoughts are, okay? You have someone who is not an ethnic minority who's still saying this is a shit show, okay? So again, don't come to me about this race thing because it's a shit show. And with that being said, that was her opinion, her thoughts. I've stated my thoughts. What are your thoughts on the latest of this march? If you're going to the march, or if you went to the march, if you see this after the fact, which I'm sure most of you will see this after the fact, please comment below how it went, okay? Prove us wrong. Tell us what really happened at the march if you are seeing this video after the fact. And let's talk about if it's going to be in the years in the future. Did it create the change that you all think it was going to create? I'm interested to hear your thoughts and comments and to see how you feel about the changes made as a result of this march or not. And if you're not attending, tell me why. If you are attending, tell me why. So let's just have a conversation. Let's create dialogue. As usual, you can follow me on my social media platforms as listed right here. And until the next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.